Sonic Generations is a damn fine platformer, and not just for fans of the Blue Hedgehog either. Sure, there is a bunch of fan service and nostalgia, but if you just want to run fast and jump across some stages, then, well, this game's a winner. There is a simple story involved to set things up. Since the game was released to celebrate Sonic's 20th anniversary, it's appropriate that the characters are throwing a party for the Blue Hedgehog. Things seem to be going well until some huge purple monster shows up, sucks the colour out of the world, and traps everyone within levels and acts from previous Sonic games. Generations swaps between two methods of gameplay. Half of the game has the typical 2D level design of classic Sonics, and the other half uses modern Sonic controls that you'd expect from the 3D games like the Adventure series or Sonic Colors and Unleashed. Classic Sonic can only spin dash and jump, but it is possible to unlock other abilities later on. I'm happy that all of those are completely optional though, because I just wanted to go fast with the regular old school mechanics instead of using gimmicks. Modern Sonic, however, is much more complex. His gameplay styles include full 3D areas, 2D side-scrolling areas are focused on slower platforming, and then there's speed boosting and quick step sections that focus on going at absolute maximum speed whilst avoiding obstacles and testing your reactions. Modern Sonic can lightspeed dash, homing attack, boost, drift, stomp, slide, wall jump and all sorts of things, and while I can say that I do really enjoy the modern acts of each stage, I think I prefer the classic versions overall. So what stages are in the game? Well, here's a list. Green Hill Zone from Sonic 1, Chemical Plant Zone from Sonic 2, Sky Sanctuary from Sonic 3, Speed Highway from Sonic Adventure, City Escape from Sonic Adventure 2, Seaside Hill from Sonic Heroes, Crisis City from Sonic 06, Rooftop Run from Sonic Unleashed, and Planet Wisp from Sonic Colors. Out of all of these, I absolutely love Chemical Plant Zone the most. The nostalgia of Green Hill Zone is always super strong, and both 2D and 3D versions of it are really fun to play in Generations, but when Tails mentioned the water in a cutscene, I was sold.
This chemical plant feels familiar. I'd never forget a smell like this. And that pink water makes me really nervous for some reason.
The music is also fantastic, consisting of remastered versions of all the themes we've come to love, which are all truly fitting and upbeat. But you can unlock all the classic versions of these themes too, and then go on to even use them in whichever stages that you'd like to. You could run Green Hill Zone with Sonic Adventure's Live and Learn playing if you really want to, which is a cool feature. Speaking of Green Hill, it's reasonably easy to beat the first act within 60 seconds, which should give you an idea of what kind of pace you can play the game at. I consider myself okay at platformers but not great at reacting quickly to things, so you'd think I wouldn't be all that good at Sonic games, and you'd probably be right, but I did manage to S-rank all the stages in the game with relative ease, including the challenges which you absolutely don't need to do that well on at all, but I took it as a personal challenge to fully 100% everything. So in between main stages you'll find mini-bosses, main bosses and challenges. The challenges are kind of themed gimmick levels which range from beating doppelgangers, to having Knuckles dig up treasure, Tails fly you over obstacles, collecting the most Chow the quickest, to dealing with giant enemies or learning to use new abilities. Overall there's 90 unique challenges in the game, which is a ton of stuff in addition to the main acts, and they're mostly fun to play. A couple really frustrated me though, which is this homing attack, the musical note thing, game of tennis thing. This was bad. This was the main offender and why I'm talking about it right now. No. The mini and main bosses put you as modern or classic Sonic against some nostalgic encounters. One against Metal Sonic using classic momentum mechanics, which is really fun to play. One against the Death Egg robot from Sonic 2. You'll find Shadow and Silver the Hedgehog, and a really cool remake of the perfect Chaos fight from Sonic Adventure. All of these fights were fun to play, and there's also a hard mode for each of them, which I had to S-rank too, for no reason other than my personal satisfaction. And consider me satisfied. Overall, I'd say the main stage choices are great. I loved seeing the 2D versions of 3D levels from the Adventure series. City Escape and Speed Highway were heaps of fun to go fast through, and they captured that classic Sonic gameplay perfectly. And the same applies to the opposite. 3D versions of classic stages were new and exciting, and the updated versions of older 3D stages were welcome improvements. Crisis City stands out here because we all know how unspeakably bad Sonic 06 was, and if you don't, then, well, consider yourself lucky. If I had one gripe about the game, it would be that Planet Wisp's gimmicks slowed both stages down way too much for me. I didn't like the Spike power-up or the Rocket Wisp at all, and getting an S rank in Act 2 was, well, it was a struggle. I also experienced one glitch numerous times that pushed me out of the playable terrain on some 2D sections, which forced me to restart those runs. The game also crashed a number of times while trying to do the time trials online, which is also worth mentioning because, well, it was just frustrating and silly. Overall though, Sonic Generations was a fantastic game, and I was surprised with the amount of content that there was to play. With all those challenges and 18 main acts, I almost forgot to mention the 5 red star ring challenge thing that you need to do in each act. But who has the time to explore, man? You just gotta go fast. I'm Magical Mike, and I'm Quids In with this game. Cheers.